What's good, YouTube? Today we got a video from Pokédex Fillers. We got a video on Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z. What better way to celebrate the Galactic Patrol arc coming back than looking at some Dragon Ball inspired Pokemon? For some reason, I was gonna say Pokemon inspired Dragon Ball, but yeah, as always, the main man Sly once again sliding on that timeline. As always, gonna prefer a little light, as you can see. And you know what I'm saying? Hit that bell. You feel me? YouTube be selling you a little bit. Sometimes you don't be seeing them uploads. You be thinking, oh, YouTube dry nowadays. No. You're not seeing them uploads. You gotta turn that bell on. But yeah, without further ado, let's just hop straight in. Talk to me.
What if Dragon Ball Z had Pokemon? That's right, it's an absolutely crazy idea, but what would happen if you combine two of the biggest anime series of all time, Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z? Well, we don't have to wonder because
I kind of like the minimalistic setup of his room. Like the newer videos, different crib, most likely. Could even be like an office in this house or something. I'm assuming different crib, but this looks like his room. I saw a bed in the background.
friend The Paneo made a bunch of Pokemon designs based on the most iconic characters from the DBZ universe. We're about to go over all of them, it's gonna be super fun, but before we do, quick reminder, if you end up liking today's video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to see more videos like it. But without further ado, let's instantly transfer into it. Okay, first off, we have a Pokemon
Eye contact of Doom. Goku for sure. This is like before the patch notes version of Goku, because if you've seen the MC video I posted, that's by him. There's like a revamped version.
named Moku, and you'll never guess who it's based off of. Of course, it's based off Goku, the
Moku, Monkey Goku.
most iconic character from Dragon Ball Z, and more specifically, I believe it's based off Kid Goku because it still has its tail. But
Now you got a power pull, trust.
besides that, it's pure fighting type, and it's just a little monkey like Goku was. Its middle stage
I'm assuming that's not Karope. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Karate. Karate. That's probably why I made it rope. It's like if you say it too quickly, you know. But monkey or ape and then karate. I'm assuming it's the IQ behind it.
Rope is now a bit taller and more resembles the adolescent Kakarot that we see towards the end of Dragon Ball, the first series. Now, the final stage of this Pokemon is absolutely sick. Its
San Goku.
name is Seiku. Of course, it's based off Super Saiyan Goku, and I cannot get over this design. I absolutely love it. Something about the color palette, like this blue with the yellow, just looks absolutely amazing.
Nah, blue and yellow never fails. You would think it's an electric type, but it's
It's
pure
so
hands.
sick. I will say though, I'm surprised it's still pure fighting type. I feel like they could have easily thrown in another type like psychic or electric or something like that.
Yes, sir.
Now,
You know,
just like
ball.
Dragon Ball, if there's one thing Dragon Ball is
I'm assuming Gigantamax because of the tint of red. But I like Gigantamaxes normally have clouds. I like how the clouds are surrounding the tail. Kind of like paying homage to Nimbus.
known for, it's a bunch of additional forms.
And it's like a
which these
Super
Pokemon
Saiyan
also
4
have.
or-
For instance, this
or
is a Gigantamax
Super
form
Saiyan
of the Pokemon
Golden
you
8.
just saw. If you don't know what Gigantamax
Which would
is,
be
it's the
Super Saiyan
signature
4.
mechanic from Sword and Shield where the Pokemon just get ginormous and a lot
Yeah,
more
I know,
powerful.
bro.
And how they incorporate that into this Pokemon is super smart because they make it based off the Great Ape form that Goku has when there's a full moon or something. I forget exactly
Yeah.
what triggers it, but
It's a
he
full
became
moon.
a giant monkey ape thing that destroyed everything, and that's what's reflected in this Pokemon. And that is just such a smart connection. This is so cool instantly. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, this is just such a good idea combining the two ideas. But keeping with the
Judo
additional
Ball.
forms, this is
There's Super Saiyan 4. See, because like a Super Saiyan Grade 8 is a Super Saiyan Grade 8, but once they gain control of it, that is when they become Super Saiyan 4. And that's why like it still has like the apish like build, and the hair is like long and black. There's fur on the arms. When he was fighting Sin Shenron, he was able to like see things with his eyes closed, like a sense amp. I didn't even peep. What the
If y'all have been keeping up with JJK recently,
big bro? What is this?
what if
Nobody just cooked me mid video. I was trying to see if the Gigantamax. Yeah, Gigantamax was still pure fighting. I was trying to see if he had a separate typing.
additional forms, which these Pokemon also have. For instance, this is a mechanic from this Pokemon or something. I've reflected, and this is just such a Seiku, but it's Mega
See-
Evolution X. So just like
Because he has fighting and dragon. So I was wondering if the other one had another type as well.
Charizard from X and Y, this Pokemon has two Mega Evolutions.
Talk to
This
me.
one is clearly based off Super Saiyan 4.
Okay, can I take a guess? This is a year ago, so God and Blue are out. So probably God or Blue is my guess. UI was out too, but like I feel like it would have incorporated UI earlier.
where he gets the red outfit and the long
Or maybe it's going to be UI because it's the more primal.
black hair, and this one is fighting dragon type, which is actually super cool typing, very rare in real Pokemon. I think there's only one Pokemon line with that typing, and this thing just looks super cool. I like how beefy it is up front. Now the other Mega Evolution for this Pokemon,
I told
Mega
you, bruh.
Seiku Y, is
UI.
based off Super Saiyan
UI because the other one was Super Saiyan 4. They were playing it to the 8 instincts, while like Ultra Instinct is the idea of like perfect control.
God Goku, so it's got like the silver hair instead, which is really cool, and it's fighting Psychic type, which again is super cool typing, and this Pokemon is awesome overall. I mean, it's got
First, like the belt of his gi. I don't know, his elbows are kind of scrawny. But face becomes more like humanish instead of like more ape-like. It leans into the human characteristics. They tilted his hair. Normally that spot's in like the back of his head. His hair is like tilted like these. Like normally that spot would be here. In the picture it's like here. It's like they just tilted it from where it's supposed to be to like here. I don't know if they did this on purpose, but this could be homage to when he was in a martial arts tournament and he put on sunglasses when someone used solar flare, and there's like a picture of him like putting the glasses on and going like this as if he was taking a picture because it was so like blinding.
literally 3 additional forms. This is off to a great start. If the first Pokemon was Goku, then of course the second Pokemon has to be Vegeta, a Pokemon based off Vegeta, of course. This one's also a small monkey because the Saiyans are sort of monkeys, but this one, I just love the vibe of this guy. He looks so confident. And
Ooh, I just peeped shoulder pads. That's supposed to be like a scouter, and like the fur pattern is his uniform.
Arrogant like Vegeta, and he's got like this built-in scanner. Like early in Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta always has that power level scanner on his eye, and instead of having a literal scanner, this just has a red circle on his face to be a reference to it. I love that. Its middle stage, Vamunk, is based off
Same armor, tail wrapped around his waist, which is important because that was like something Raditz brought up about it being like something like only like trained Saiyans can do. Fully has the boots here now with the colorway. Gloves are here too.
regular Vegeta. Again, it's a bit taller,
Just
very
putting it
similar
together.
to the Goku middle stage that we saw earlier. And the final stage, Seita, is
Yeah, Sam and Super Saiyan. Interesting Key Blast
again
anime.
based off Super Saiyan Vegeta, and this one again has an awesome design. The color palette is amazing, but this one is like mid Key Blast, which makes it even cooler. Again though, pure fighting type, I would think this would be fighting dark or something because Vegeta's evil, but I guess he's not evil the whole time, so it still makes sense. Just like the Goku Pokemon, this
Bro, look at like that's tough. And he has the clouds up top here. So he didn't like skimp out on them. Goku just had it by his tail, in my mind, probably to pay homage to Flying Nimbus.
Pokemon has a Gigantamax form based off the Great Ape form that we see the Saiyans turn into. And I guess the only difference here between the Goku one is this one's in a different outfit, but again, it looks amazing. And this is kind of reminding me of Urshifu, a Pokemon from Sword and Shield that has 2 Gigantamax forms based on which different form it's in. Like,
I've never seen bro in Sword and Shield.
like at the end of that DLC, you battle the Sensei guy, Mustard,
Oh, it's DLC, that's
or
what.
whatever his name is, with your Urshifu versus his, and I can just see these 2 Gigantamax Saiyan Pokemon doing the same thing. Again, we have a bunch of additional forms, get used to
Super
it. This
Saiyan
is
4.
Mega Seita X, so again, it has 2 Mega Evolutions. This one is also fighting Dragon type, and I think this is also based off Super Saiyan 4.
I'd be looking for like any details, like besides the outfit, cause like artists be loving to sneak stuff in.
It looks like it. I'm 90% sure I'm right on that. But again, super cool color palette, but just enough difference to make it feel different from the Goku Pokemon. This one's
13.
slim. But I am a way bigger fan of
Ultra Ego.
Mega Seita Y. This looks absolutely ridiculous. I forget what this is called. I'm gonna have to look it up. Yeah, I just had to look it up. This is, I believe, based off the Ultra Ego form that Vegeta goes into, which is like a super powerful form of him. And this one's fighting Dark type, which I said earlier, and that makes complete sense. Okay, here we have the first stage of a Pokemon based off Free.
Because he's a snake. I like it.
Sneasel, which is just so funny because it's got this big dumb head and this creepy looking face.
Sneasel.
Psychic dark type, which makes a lot of sense. And for this design, they turned
He finally has a different type size just fighting.
Frieza into a snake, which makes a lot of sense because Frieza has that big long tail, which is kind of similar. I see the connection. Speaking of big long tail, this is the evolution, and it's just straight up sat up on its tail while crossing its legs in sort of a meditation pose, but it's also charging up this dark aura on its fingertip right there, which if you've seen Dragon Ball Z, I think
Yeah, like that's him, but like,
Frieza could literally
ugh.
destroy an entire planet with that blast, so this would hit
He looks so slimy, bro. Ew. Reminds me of Abra though. Nah, I said Abra. Ecans, snake backwards. Ecans, like the way his tail is like holding up his body. I think Ecans reference because he's still a snake, but then they started giving him the Frieza characteristics.
hard in Pokemon. Again, get ready for additional forms.
Now-
Mega Sleep.
Now, like the snake aesthetic is not really there as much. He still has a tail, but Frieza has a tail, you know. And this is homage to full power
Sleezer, I
Frieza.
believe, is the name of this Pokemon. Mega Sleezer X. It's Psychic Fighting type, and this one is really bulked up. I believe this is based off the form Frieza goes into when he's fighting Goku for the first time. He's like about to lose, so he gets ginormous and all bulky, like when Goku lets him power up and he just gets super big or something. However, the other Mega Evolution, Mega Sleezer Y,
Golden Frieza. Oh, his outfit. I don't see any like little sneaky details.
is based off Golden Frieza, which is its most powerful form that it entered recently in Dragon Ball Super, I believe. It's Psychic Steel type, which makes sense because, you know, gold. And this design is super cool. Again, it's charging up this dark aura on its fingertip, but obviously that one would be much more powerful. Here we have a very
Hey.
interesting Pokemon. This
Cell for sure. Is that La Cell or Cell? It could be La, and then La is like the cell.
one is based off Cell. It's dark
Maybe.
bug type. Again, makes a ton of sense, but it's this little scarab creature. You know, all these Pokemon so far, if I'm being honest, would look pretty out of place in real Pokemon, but this one absolutely
Yeah.
wouldn't. This
It's because like a lot of them are kind of one-to-one with like a little bit of like design inspiration from an existing Pokemon, while this one is literally like just a bug type, like with Cell's colorway.
just straight up looks like a Pokemon. Its middle stage Cellon looks like a regional variant of Metapod, which is really
Metapod,
funny.
yeah.
Who would think the Pokemon based off Cell would look like Metapod, but it definitely does. And
Metapod is a green, and he evolves between like the butterfly and the moth, if I'm not mistaken. So this is perfect for Cell, honestly.
it's got that little stinger that Cell's previous form before
To
it entered
absorb,
Perfect Cell
yeah. Mm-hmm.
had. Like, that's how it absorbed the androids, I believe, through its tail. And its final stage is, of course, based off Perfect Cell. Its name is Cellpion.
I don't think that's perfect Cell. It could be, but it reminds me of Full Power Cell, where it was like all bulky and whatnot.
Like Champion, I guess, because Cell did that whole tournament, so that's a cool reference in the name there. Again, additional forms. This is the Gigantamax form,
Based
and
off
it's based
him
off when Cell like, tried to blow
exploding.
itself up by
Yeah.
turning into a giant bomb. That is what this is based off of, and it just looks so funny. It's so tubby. Kind of reminds me of Gigantamax Snorlax in a way, like where it's got the whole like earth on its stomach or something. And of course, it also has a Mega Evolution where
And that's perfect Cell, and he's getting ready to do the full Kamehameha. You could tell that this is perfect Cell. The other one was just like imperfect Cell. I don't remember what he's called.
it's Bug Dragon type. That typing actually doesn't exist in real Pokemon, and this would be an insane way to put it in a Cell-based Pokemon. And this one is, of course, based off Perfect Cell, especially when it's like copying Goku's Super Saiyan transformation. This is super cool, and it's firing off a Kamehameha, or is Kamehameha? I don't know. I think I pronounced that wrong, but that's
No,
what it's
Kamehameha.
different. Here's a pretty funny Pokemon. This one's
Boo.
based off
Looks like
Blue
Ditto,
Majin
low-key.
Buu, but it's pure fairy type, and it's just a head. It looks kind of like Screamtail, the Jigglypuff
Majit.
Paradox form, but it's just his head. Its middle stage, Boovil, I guess Boo and Evil. It's fairy
Yeah.
dark type, and now resembles Kid Boo.
It's
where
literally
obviously
based off
he's super
Evil Boo.
and kind of has that small build. It's fine.
It's not Kid Boo. See, he be throwing me off with the Dragon Ball ball knot. That was Evil Boo. Evil Boo, after getting absorbed by Fat Boo, they become in the middle because Evil Boo is really skinny. Fat Boo is fat. And then him absorbing, Fat Boo absorbing Evil Boo. No, I think Evil Boo absorbs Fat Boo. I think it's that way. And then he gets swole.
Final stage, Mod
And then-
Giants, I believe is how you pronounce that,
You got Super Boo.
because it's Giants, but this one is now based off when Boo is in its final transformation and super powerful. This thing looks scared. Look at his eyes. Looks like a Grimmsnarl in a way, and it has the same typing, fairy dark type as Grimmsnarl. Now, this is where this Pokemon gets
There you have, now you have Kid Boo.
really, really cool. This is the first Mega Evolution that this Pokemon has, and honestly, it's just kind of basic. It just gets that long thing on its head, and it's Dark Fighting type now, but from here, it gets insane. Because it has this Mega Evolution, this
I don't know what that's based off, but that's nice.
is Mega Evolution Y, but it's got
Just gave
3
him
different
fire.
forms based off the Mega Evolutions of the Kanto starters, which is in a reference to the way that Boo can absorb enemies
Other
and gain their
people.
powers.
Yeah.
This Pokemon did that with the Kanto starter Mega Evolution, so this is Charizard's version. It's
Right.
Fairy Fire type, and again, like, it's got the blue fire that Mega Charizard has.
That's
This is
tough.
the grass version of the Pokemon, and this has
Yeah, because Super Boo would absorb people. That's why the other one was skinny. That was Kid Boo. And the knees are literally like Super Boo, but it's like Super Boo absorbing someone. And that's where people argue who's stronger, Kid Boo or Super Boo. Even though Kid Boo comes after Super Boo was dumb tough because they needed a fusion to beat him because he was absorbing people like Gohan, Piccolo, Goten.
tree that grows on Mega Venusaur's back. So again, an awesome reference. And of course, the last one is Fairy Water type based off of Mega Blastoise, and it has this giant cannon on its back. But this is such a cool concept for a Pokemon. Like, we've seen Ditto have the ability to transform into other Pokemon, obviously, but
Right.
we've never seen a Pokemon that just absorbs like the battle
like
capabilities
the
and keeps its
typing,
regular
yeah.
form. That would be insane. Here we have a Pokemon based on one of my favorite
Broly.
characters from Dragon
Where the M comes from? Monkey Broly? I don't know, bro. They just been throwing M's in front of everything. It was like Moku.
Ball Z Broly. It's a little monkey again because it's based off of Saiyan, but I love the color palette of this thing. This dark green and black
True,
are really cool. It's
yeah.
middle stage Ragey. Kind of reminds me of Thwack.
Low key. He clearly got inspiration.
The middle stage of the
The
grass
name's
type starter
accurate,
from Sword
though.
and Shield. It's kind of got that similar build. Now from here it actually has a split evolution.
Yes,
This is what the
sir.
Pokemon would evolve into if it was a male, and again it's based off Brawly, but it
Broly
does have
rat.
another form if it's
Kefla? Not Kefla, Kale.
female. This is it right here, and it's based
Yeah.
off Kefla, which is a
Haley
super
rat.
cool reference. They sort of built in her out.
It's not Kefla. It's Kale. That's why it's like a dress. See, I caught it. I caught myself messing up, and then I noticed it was Kale. I'm telling you, it's something about it. Maybe he didn't know ball at the time.
Fit into this Pokemon as well with the red dress. So even though they do have a form for Kefla, I don't believe she has any Gigantamax forms or Mega Evolutions. This is just the one for
Like
the Pokemon
grade
based
8
off Brawly.
Broly. And this one, he has the clouds on the tail. So only him and Goku have the clouds on the tail so
Wrath,
far.
which is a cool name, and again it's based off the Great 8. But again, 2 Mega Evolutions. This is so awesome. This one's X
Super
that is
Saiyan
fighting
4
Dragon type
Broly?
again, and this just looks so cool. Brawly never entered Super Saiyan
Yeah,
4. I'm
ever.
99% sure, but this looks amazing if
tough.
he ever did. And its other Mega Evolution, Mega
Poison? Yes. What could that be based off of, though?
Brawly Wrath Y. This one's fighting Poison type, and I believe it's a reference to Bio Broly, which is from one of the
yes.
Dragon Ball Z movies, which is a pretty
Yeah.
obscure reference at this point, I guess, but it's also really cool. Like, it's got like this toxic sludge.
He
on
knows
its
ball.
body. Here's the first stage of a Pokemon based off Piccolo, which again is just so
Bugalo.
funny to see these first stages. It's also Bug Dark type. We saw that with the Cell Pokemon, but it's again just a funny design here. Bugalo, I guess is its name. It's middle
And it had the egg because he hatched out of an egg. I like that.
stage Nakoon, I guess, is a reference to a cocoon and
Cocoon,
Namekian, which is
yeah.
a cool reference in the name there, but it's just like a bandaged up Piccolo here. And its final stage, Nacreor, is now Bug Psychic type and based off the
Namekian Warrior. Nacreor. Nacreor sounds better. But I think Namekian Warrior, and it could be him being a Namekian Warrior or him absorbing Nail. And I like how like the shell that was on his head is kind of his durag.
Piccolo we know and love, especially with this stern face that it's got. Again, it's just some of these are just so funny because it's weird to see like people put into a Pokemon's body. And this Pokemon unfortunately only has one Mega Evolution,
Orange.
is Bug Fighting type, and is now this giant
Orange
golden
Piccolo.
version with this cool
Yeah.
plated armor. This kind of reminds me of Buzzwole, which is also Bug Fighting type, which is probably why, but it's just a big buff bug. It's so funny. Here we have the first stage of a
Gohan. Paying homage to the fact that he wore like the little had like the little side part, like the Chinese kind of inspired fit. It was red and yellow, except it was, I think, majority red and then some yellow, but it's on the Pokemon, it's the other way around.
Pokemon based off Gohan.
I think that's the
It's
Dragon Ball that was in
Goherd.
the
It's this
hat.
little, I don't know, it's like a dog-like creature, almost like a fox. It's also pure fighting type. A lot of fighting types on these Pokemon, which makes sense, but maybe we could have used a little more variety. This one's actually just a 2-stage evolution line. His final stage
Saiyan Fur, maybe, because they're making him like a dog slash fox type, like canine type evolution bath. So I think that's probably coming from Fur. based off like the fact that his tail is golden.
Just Sayer, again, based off Super Saiyan Gohan. And I like how this Pokemon looks similar to the Goku Pokemon, but
And it has the lightning coming off of it because it's, if I'm not mistaken, likely inspired by Super Saiyan 2. Because like Super Saiyan has lightning coming off it, Super Saiyan 2 is like more. Actually, am I wrong? When Goku turned Super Saiyan, lightning was striking, but I don't think Super Saiyan 1 has lightning coming off of it. Super Saiyan 2 does, if I'm not mistaken.
more of an adolescent build with these slimmer appendages and stuff like that, more awkward proportions. It's cool how they did that into the design. Here is the first of the Gohan Pokemon's Mega
Future Gohan.
Evolutions. It's fighting Ghost type and has this
He's missing
ghastly
an arm.
arm on
I
the
like
side
that.
of it. That is so cool. I wish we had Pokemon like this with like half of its body being a ghost and the other half not. That would be absolutely awesome. And its other Mega Evolution is
Great Saiyaman.
actually fighting bug type, and this is based off the hero that Gohan pretends to be, like when he dresses up. I think it's Saitama Man or something like that. I might be thinking of One Punch Man, but I don't know. This design's super cool. I like how they incorporated the thing into its head. It's weird that they made it bug type though. I guess just because it's the outfit from the show looks like insect-like, so they made it actually bug type.
Yeah, because this whole time he hasn't been a bug. Yeah, he's been fighting type, and he has like wolf type ears.
And wow, this Pokemon actually
Yeah, I think Sand Fur. I think that's where the name is coming from. He has like the 8 parts here, kinda, but he still has like hind legs as if he was a dog. Which is interesting because like it's because he's half ape, half human, and this is Gohan Beast.
has 3 Mega Evolutions. This one's fighting Dark type. It's a Mega Evolution Z, and I guess it's based off Beast Gohan. I think I'm saying that right, but that is so cool. We have 3 different forms of a Mega Evolution on a Pokemon based off Gohan. Like, again, with the additional forms, it's so appropriate for a Dragon Ball Z Pokemon thing, but there's just so many. Here we have the first stage of a Pokemon based off Trunks. Again, pure fighting type. I think this could have been pure Psychic type or something to be.
Lemur, Trunks, Lee Monks. See, I think they could have done that with Gohan too, just giving him a smaller like primate. Like it could have been a chimp instead of an ape. Goku and Vegeta were like apes or gorillas. He could have been a chimp. And then Trunks being a lemur is fitting because he's younger than Gohan. And like power cliff wise, you know.
A reference to the time traveler or something, but again, it looks super cool. It's almost like a fox as well. Its middle stage for Monks is fighting Steel type and now has a little sword.
It's his tail.
Oh, it's part of its tail. It's like,
Yep.
I wonder if it's got like a copper tail that it's also holding as a sword. That's another design element I've always wanted to see on a Pokemon, like it using its tail
fighting
as a
in
sword.
steel,
We
probably.
have the Sinjoi who uses its wings as a bow, but this would
The
be cool
goat.
to see as well. And of course, this Pokemon has a Mega Evolution fighting Dragon.
And that's based off of when him and Vegeta like tried to up Super Saiyan. I can't remember what it was called. It's not Full Super Saiyan. Is it Full Power Super Saiyan? It could be Full Power. But they were trying to like up it like that while Goku and Gohan were like upping it through like proficiency.
Type again and based off the Super Saiyan Trunks. It's funny how every Pokemon here based off of Super Saiyan is fighting Dragon type. They kept that very consistent. Now we're getting into some really interesting Pokemon. This
Beerus. Beast. So, Destroy. I think it could have been Destroyer and the T. Like, when I saw this, it made me think Rat. And I thought it was like Destroy Rat. But, like, there's no R after the Y. And then, instead of Destroy, it's B, because it's Beerus. Destroy. You know?
one's based off Beerus and it's Psychic
Oh, the AT could be from Cat. So Destroy Cat.
Dark type. Again, that typing
Or-
makes sense. And
Destroy at, but like, you know, the
it's
C
got like a
is
cool
silent.
Anubis design. It's funny seeing Beerus's face. Like, this is pretty much just one for one Beerus's face, but just on a much different build. It's just kind of weird to see. This Pokemon's very funny.
Roshi.
It's based on Master Roshi. It's normal dragon type.
Yeah,
It's just,
she's
it's
a
literally
turtle
Master
school
Roshi's like
hermit.
turtle shell thing, but
Yeah.
on a turtle face. There's just something funny about seeing
Turtle
Master
has
Roshi as a
glasses,
turtle
too.
with the beard built in and the sunglasses. It just looks very funny. But what's even funnier is the Mega Evolution.
Hey,
Which-
that's accurate.
Which I guess is a reference to, you know, when he powers
Full
up
power
and turns into
Roshi.
power and just gets super ripped out of nowhere. It's just
Maybe he was one of them. Maybe it's not his fault. Maybe he started with Dragon Ball Z. Maybe he skipped straight to Super. Maybe that's what this is. And he's seen a couple movies. I watched it from OG Dragon Ball. Roshi been having full power Roshi since the beginning, bro. Since destroying the moon.
If this was a real Pokemon, this would be a very confusing Mega Evolution. If this Pokemon went to this, you would not know what.
Ooh, I just peeped the design. Hold on.
This would be a
Peep.
confusing Mega Evolution. If this
Shell, red part of the shell. I don't know what I would call this color. I'm gonna call it gray, even though it's still like reddish. So red part of shell, gray part of
Pokemon
shell.
went to
Red part of shell, gray part of shell. He broke the shell to like get buffed. The same way Roshi's like clothes kind of come off. Like at least his upper half when he like gets swole.
this, you would not know what's going
That's
on.
tough.
And of course, we have to end it on the
Shenron.
Pokemon based off.
See, in the Dragon Balls inverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they don't have the stars on them. So when you saw the kid Gohan, he was indeed holding a Dragon Ball.
Shenron, this is so cool. It literally looks like a Rayquaza regional variant or something. It's got 9 Dragon Balls throughout its body, and this really
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I tried to make sure I wasn't tripping, bro.
cool, like, alien face where the eyes are on the horns. This is so cool. This would definitely be, like, the most powerful out of anything we looked at so far. All right, y'all, that was pretty crazy.
Hey, man, shout out Pokédex fillers, man. Fillers. I was right. There's an S at the end of it. Appreciate y'all for watching. As always, stay happy, healthy, hydrated. As always, you know, it's time to catch me next. Peace.